He didn't even glance in my direction when he said it, just leaned back in my chair with that smug grin, letting the words slither out like poison. You're just a quiet nobody. The room erupted in laughter. Even she laughed. I stared at the empty spot on the table where my coffee cup used to be, before they stripped my name from the mugs too. That's when it clicked, not a suspicion, but a certainty. They had no clue what they'd just triggered. It all began in a garage, scribbled notes on a whiteboard. 2 ideas turned into 3 relentless years, and in the midst of it all, a marriage. That small start became a $50 million juggernaut. I was the architect, coded every line, crafted every piece, filed the provisional patent the night of my wedding because brilliance doesn't wait for tradition. Her side brought the capital, the ties, the polish. I didn't care about being in the spotlight. I liked the quiet, the building, the depth. They could have the stage, I was under the hood. But once IPO murmurs surfaced, so did a change. Fewer calls. Vague messages. My presence slowly pushed to the margins, first in tone, then in location. And still I held out hope. I believed family meant loyalty. Instead, it meant leverage. And not mine. They didn't stab me in the back. They cut me out inch by inch. Silent board meetings I wasn't looped into, decisions inked over dinners I wasn't invited to. Her voice, once full of wonder, turned cold and clipped. When I asked about the restructuring, all she said was, "It's just business." The day it all crystallized, I stepped into the company I created, only to be stopped at the lobby. The security guard I'd hired wouldn't let me through. "Your name's off the employee list, sir." No warning. No meeting. Just a signed resolution. Majority ruled. A quiet, calculated exile already unfolding behind closed doors. That evening, she stood in the parking lot, arms folded, face unreadable. "It's done," she said. I gave a nod. "It is." They thought they were clever. They mistook silence for surrender. But silence isn't weakness. It's observation. Preparation. I'd been preparing for months, quietly moving assets, creating a trust under a separate identity. Nothing illegal, just strategic. Every design, every line of code, every original idea filed under my name. Not the company's. Not hers. Mine. Hidden in the fine print they never bothered to read, too full of pride and premature celebration. They got the walls, the flashy signage, the trendy workspace. But not the engine. Not the rights. The soul of it all stayed with me. So I waited. 2 weeks. Then came the lawyer, voice shaking, tripping over paperwork. "Patent conflicts," he said. I could hear it unraveling. Her brother shouting. She pacing. Investors scrambling. They'd already announced the IPO. Promised tech they didn't own. A company with nothing but aesthetics. I let him talk. Then I asked, did they really think I'd vanish? Dead silence. I smiled. "I'll send over the license terms." They had a choice, pay to use what I owned or go public with nothing of substance. They chose to talk. I chose to squeeze. Every delay tanked their timeline. Every revision raised eyebrows. Headlines grew harsher. I didn't need revenge. I needed leverage. And I had it. Her brother eventually called, tone flat, no charm left. "Let's be reasonable." "Reason left when I did," I said. In the end, I sold everything to their competitor. Half their board quit. The IPO collapsed. Investors bailed. The press swarmed. Then came her letter. Handwritten. Apologetic. Said she didn't realize it would end this way. Maybe that was true. But betrayal's not judged by what you meant. Only by what you did. Now I work in a smaller space. No fancy finishes. No crowd. But everything here, every brick, every blueprint is mine. They thought they could erase me. But I wasn't just part of the structure. I was the structure. And if you try to build without the architect, all you'll get is collapse. I didn't shout. I just raised the stakes.